Hey, welcome to the stream. What's up, everybody? Today's a special day. First of all, dig the stash. This all started with a little bit of a shaving accident a little while ago. I accidentally buzzed the side, and so I went with a mustache. But today's a special day. I'm starting a brand new project inspired by my coworkers that I call Adobe Lunch. Not Adobe Launch, Adobe Lunch. Thought it was a funny play on the product name. Uh, what this is going to be is a restaurant picker. My coworkers like to go out to lunch, and they're like, "Oh, we don't know where to go," and so I just wanted to make a little app where they can just press a button, and it would randomly pick a restaurant. Um, Maybe some additional features could be like filtering based on the types of food, like American food or Thai food or Mexican food, and then maybe like even um, track like which restaurants have been picked over time. Maybe show like randomly like what's the most popular or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. And I'm going to design this kind of specifically for Adobe in Austin, and start by like focusing just on the domain office location. Maybe I'll expand the app later to like, you know, you just use the browser's geolocation API and just pick something close by. But I think I kind of want to make it specific to Adobe because, hey, it's in the name. So maybe I'll even make it to where it's like you could pick this office or this San Jose office, and it just those locations are like hard coded and go from there. Um, this will be basically like a front end only project. So I'm going to go with a static site, probably like Gatsby with a React app. Um, if I need any server side stuff, I'm going to go with serverless functions because I'll be hosting on Netlify. That'll make it really easy. And I know as far as like the restaurant information, I'll probably start off with a hard coded JSON list. But then after that, I will move to either the Google Maps API, the Foursquare API, or the Yelp API to provide that data. Whatever is easier to use, whatever's free, whatever's out there. So let's create a brand new GitHub repository. It's one of my most favorite things to do. Here we go. Switch over to the desktop. And I'm going to make a new one. Now this is going to be very helpful. I can use a repository template, and I can go pick my Gatsby starter. So instead of like going to the command line, running the Gatsby new and providing like the repository, and then connecting it to Git, I can directly just suck this Gatsby starter up and get up and running. So Adobe Lunch. There is a product called Adobe Launch. Yeah, right here. I've never used it. Don't really know what it is, but yeah, Launch. Adobe Experience Platform Launch. I don't really know what it is, but I'm going to play off that and call it Adobe Lunch. If you didn't know, I'm putting an emoji here in the description. Windows has an emoji picker just like Mac. It's the Windows key and semicolon. So I'm going to do this as a sandwich. I think that's pretty funny. Lunch, not launch. And make the repo. So I should be good to go here. Awesome. Already up and running. I'll go ahead and clone this. And then what I'll do is I'll move over to Netlify and just try to get this like up and running there. So I'll do an npm install, npm start, make sure I got a site. Some things I kind of want to change about my Gatsby starter. I can see I'm a big fan of lowercase names. I'm going to go everything lowercase. So we'll just go clean up all this stuff. It would be cool if I found a way, automated all this where I kind of pre-populated all this stuff. SCSS. Thought I used styled components. My keywords are wrong. Yeah, Babel plugin styled components. That's weird. Okay. My keywords are wrong. Cool, then I should be able to run npm start and get the Gatsby site up and running. Cool, we are getting there. Okay, so it's built. Look at that. Title is wrong. Where is it? Pages, index probably. Yep, cool. Adobe Launch. Nice. And I'll get my topics in here. What do we got? So Gatsby, React, styled components. Yeah, slant, prettier, Adobe Lunch, domain. Cool. And let's get this hooked up with Netlify. I'm going to try to do this from the command line. So let's see, npm i-g outdated. Let's see if npm command line is outdated. Actually, let's see what's outdated in this Gatsby project as well. Holy shit. Let's update all of it. Whoa, what is installing globally? That's so much crap. Amazing. We're going to be here for a while, guys. Let's see, isn't there a list command? npm help ls npm ls-g with depth of 0. That should get us all of our globally installed modules, right? Maybe. npm list globally installed packages. We'll see. Oh, Medium, you suck. All right, let's just update it like this. We'll just install the latest. Okay. Getting there. Wowee. All right. In the meantime, let me show you what else I was working on. I recently went to Artifact Conf, and there was a talk by Jen Simmons called Thinking with Grid, where she actually live coded this design. It's a little bit different. with the text kind of offset. And this is a design made for print. And so I took a stab at this, took similar assets and tried to lay it out the same way. So this is kind of what I came up with. I made just like a, something that stretched the viewport height and width, and then dropped an image on there and then tried to align the text in about the same way. Now, this all kind of falls apart as it crunches down. See? Not very good. But that is something that I might try to fix later. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And sorry, I'll drop the link in the chat here. That was the Thinking with Grid repository. Right here. And if you want the link to the repo that I'm currently working on, this is Adobe Lunch. Okay, let's see. It's definitely bitching about something. Okay, what's still outdated? All right, just install the latest things. VSCE is for packaging Visual Studio Code extensions. Okay, and with this, we should be all done. Spent 15 minutes updating packages. Sounds about right for a JavaScript project. Sweet. So the Netlify CLI, you can type Netlify. Or you can type NTL. So I'm going to do NTL status to see who's logged in. I should be good to go. Yes, I am bradgarropy. I don't appear to be in a folder that's linked to a site. Great. So I will do Netlify link. How do I want to link this folder? I think I want to use the remote origin. Yeah, because I want this to be linked to Git. Yep. So let's get this all pushed up. Update packages, update package JSON, update document title. Yeah, so I want to make a new one, I guess, not Netlify. What do we got? Deploy dev functions help init link login open. Yeah, so I think this is going to be init. Yeah, create and configure a new site. My team, choose a unique site name. Dope. Adobe Lunch, your build command, npm run build. Yep. Yeah, this should be in my nullify toml in public. Perfect. Success. CI/CD configured. Awesome. It should be hooked up to GitHub. Nice. Command line's pretty handy. You can script a lot of stuff. I also use GitHub Actions to do a lot of this stuff. Okay, sick. So, Brad Garropy's team. These are all my websites. This is Adobe Lunch. And my first deploy is in progress. Sweet. So once this gets deployed, I should see this, essentially. And then we're kind of set to start working on functionality. Maybe we can also update the README netlify deploy badge sites. So this is Adobe Lunch. Cool, site is deployed, Adobe Lunch. There it is. Okay, awesome. And then let's go to site settings. Yeah, where's the badge? There we go. I need that right there. So I'm pushing this up, and by pushing this, I should get a couple things. One, a new deploy starting. Here we go, perfect. And two, yep, perfect. This netlify badge knows that it's building and links directly to the builds. Sick. That's what I'm looking for. And now we can give this website name here. Perfect. Adobe Lunch.netlify.com. Go to package JSON. There we go. Let's fix that as well. Lots to change. Man, yeah, I gotta automate this somehow. Great. Perfect. So changing all the Great Gatsby stuff over to Adobe Lunch. Awesome. Which means I should have another deploy coming through. Perfect. Okay, this is going great. Now, let's just go to like, that's where I work. Here in the domain, and then let's see something like, isn't there like an explore thing? Yeah, nearby. It's good, but I want to be able to say like, that's fine. This is fine. I thought there was like an explore view or something. I guess we'll just do restaurants first. Yeah, it needs to be like nearby in walking distance. But whatever. Like, again, we're just gonna start here, and I'm just gonna make a JSON list of stuff. Oh, it keeps changing. That's weird. You would figure the results would be the same. Okay, that's cool. We're gonna go with this. Show route preview walking. All of a sudden, this gets a lot different. Yeah, see? Okay. Either way, let's make some JSON. Make a folder called data, new file. I'm just gonna call it locations. What am I doing? It's a JSON file. Okay. And I'm just gonna have multiple locations. So I'll have a name, price, rating. Name, price, rating. Great. Sounds about right. And let's just duplicate that for like whatever. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's just do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are all places that like are not walkable. So I really want to make sure that when I do this, all these places are walkable from the office. So that'll be an interesting search filter. Okay. So cool. We have some locations. We can get rid of the about page. Don't need it. There's the index page. Here's our layout and our header. Don't need a link to the about page. Let's start this up so we can see what we're doing. Okay, sweet. So initially, I just want like a giant button. Oh, before I do this, there's some Netlify settings I want to make sure are there. Yeah, because I want to make sure everything is getting deployed. Build and deploy. These ones here. Branch deploys all. Oh, excuse me. Eventually, I don't want to be pushing to master all the time. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. So what do we got on our index page? Let's import locations. And let's have a button that says Pick one. And then we'll have an on click that runs. That just randomizes locations. So let's JavaScript random number in range. At that random times max minus min plus min. Cool. Oh, getting a random integer between two values. The maximum value is exclusive. Sweet. Get random int. Yeah, this should be great. Great idea to have a utils folder for stuff like this. Change it over to an arrow function, and great. In max, do we really need to do ceiling and floor? I don't think so. I think we can just do this. Okay, cool. Let's just do this. Get random element. And we're just going to pass in an array. So the minimum is going to equal 0. And the maximum is going to equal array.length minus 1. And then what are we going to do? The index is going to be essentially this. And then the element is going to be array index. and we will return element. So let's see. What is this doing? This is getting a random number between 0 and 1. So these are decimals. And it's multiplying it by max minus min plus 1. So if the max was 1 and the min was 0, yeah, see, if min is always 0, then we can essentially get rid of that. We know min is going to be 0. In this case, I'm just subtracting 1 from the length. And we're adding it back 1 here. So why not just say array dot length? So let's do this. In index on click, let's just log. We got to import that function. Get random element from utils, and let's just define an array of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. And what we're going to do is call this 5 times. Three, 1, 1, 4, 2. Yeah, see, I should never go out of bounds. It should be between 1 and 5. So in this case, if I pick a random element out of locations, Grand Lux, second bar, Grand Lux, second bar, Toulouse, second bar, Jim, second bar. Okay, cool. Awesome, and it's not freaking out. So I now have the ability to pick a random element. Awesome. And display it on the page. Let's make like a location component. We'll give it a prop types. This location is an object, and it is required. And so let's destructure this. We've got the name, the price, and the rating. And then let's just try to format it kind of like Google. Google did it like what? Did work nearby. Then it would do like yeah, kind of like on top of each other. Let's just say something like name is an H1. No, an H2. The price is a paragraph, and the rating is a paragraph. Whoops. And you probably want the rating above price. So we might have to have some state here. So what we'll do is we'll pull in use state. And we'll go ahead and create some state here on this page. I think it's an array. We'll do location and set location. It's going to equal, and initially it's nothing. Is that yellow because it's already defined? Oh, it's declared. Okay, great. So on click. Do that, and then let's display it. So if there's a location, I want to use the location component, pass it a location that's equal to location. And we need to import that component. Sweet. Easy. So the meat and potatoes is kind of done beyond sourcing the data. We've able to, from a list of possible locations, click a button that just randomly picks one. So this is like a pretty solid starting point right here. Obviously we need to style the shit out of this, but this is a good start. Maybe what's next is we start looking into the different APIs. And what I might do to make these videos a little bit more digestible is to start up a new live stream and title that, a little bit differently. Sweet. So I think that's going to be it for this one. Switch over so you can see my beautiful face. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Adobe Lunch. We got pretty far. Actually, let's commit this and get this up to Netlify. I'm going to go back to picture-in-picture here. Let's clean it up a little bit here, actually, before we do that. So, whoops, localhost is not connecting. Why? Oh. Okay, here we go. I think we can like completely get rid of the header. I don't even think there will be any other pages here. I take it back. There might be like a results type page. But for now, I mean, let's just wipe it out. We don't need it. Header and navigation. Yeah, we just don't need it. Delete all of it. It's going to yell. How's it look now? Whoa. How is this styled? 1FR auto. There we go. That's kind of what we're looking for. Yeah, design's going to be a whole nother thing. I might just get rid of the footer altogether and deal with it later. No, maybe it was a mistake to get rid of the header. Let's bring it back. And the navigation back. And these changes to layout, let's bring them back. Yeah, now let's and maybe change the header and the navigation to say like results or like history. This would be under navigation. Yeah, see, then we should even bring back the about page. Rename it, call it history. This would be the page where like all the past results are going to be stored. You know, I might throw it in Firebase or something. And then the header navigation Link to history. No, what's this complaining about? No such file or directory. Yeah, we'll rename that to history. What's going on? Maybe a rebuild will help. Yeah, because we removed the page. Okay, so now we've got, whoops. Whoa, what the shit is this? Cache. No. Remove that cache. Okay, there we go. So history. Sweet. So this is something we can commit. So what do? We added the location component, updated navigation. Yeah, added the location component to show when we select one. Updated the navigation to go to the history page instead of the about page. And we removed the about page, added the history page. Basically the same thing. Hard coded some locations to eat. We'll be populating that with a API call at some point. Made this nice little function called get random element, which takes an array and just picks something randomly and returns it. And updated the index quite a bit to hold the location and state. And when you click the button, it'll provide you a location from the list. So get star, I'll say like, add history page, select random element from array, hard-coded locations, and then button to randomly select location, then the location component. These are all the little things that we did. I'm gonna push this up, open up Netlify, make sure it gets deployed. So here we go, we're building, perfect. So this just kind of goes to show you what you can get done in an hour. We haven't done like the really tough parts, which is like, you know, design and actually fetching data, but we're getting damn close. Like we're building out that proof of concept of what it is this thing is actually going to do. We are getting there. Okay. It's published. So let's cached. There we go. Cleared the cache with hard reload. And now this will do what we need it to do. Looks like we're going to need one of those fancy like star component things. Where, you know, it's like at 4.2, so it shows like the stars. And then maybe like a link to the website or something. Yeah, this location component can get better and better for sure. Yeah, okay, so in an hour, we have kind of a super minimum viable product going on here. In the next video, my plan is to compare 3 different APIs. I want to look at the Google Maps API, which I think you have to pay for now, the Foursquare API, and the Yelp API to actually pull in our data. And again, the query that I'm looking for is like from this hard-coded location, which is the Adobe Office, give me something within like 10 minutes walking distance. And that should give, you know, a bunch of reasonable suggestions, especially because Adobe is located in the domain where there's a ton of stuff around. So thank you for watching this video. I'm going to close off the live stream, start up the next one, and keep this project going. All right, guys, catch you later.